So this is going to be fun. It's going to be chaotic. So just strap yourself in, put on your seatbelts, and get ready to go because this is going to be something. I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up. First cigar of the day, too. So let's get to smoking. What are we talking about? We are talking about quality importers. Yeah. Yeah. Quality importer cigar. Wait. Quality importers makes cutters, lighters, ashtrays, travadors, humidors, bleeder tools. Not cigars. They do now. So this is the conspiracy series, right? You've got, look at the difference in the colors right there. You've got an Ecuador, Connecticut. Boo. And then you've got a San Andreas Maduro, and that's what I'm going to grab right now because it's the first cigar of the day. It's already in the day, and I want to get to smoking, but I need a cutter. What am I going to use for a cutter? What if, when I bought an amount of these cigars, let's get rid of that footband, by the way. By the way, the binder and filler, don't know what it is. They don't tell you. I'm fine with that. What if I need a cutter? And I love the conspiracy logo. That thing is, you know, that thing is banging, 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 banging. What if I had a banging, banging, banging branded conspiracy cutter? Oh, look at that thing right there. Let's see if it cuts. Because we need to make sure if it's pretty, that's fine. Hanging on a wall. But if it works, put it in your pocket and make it rock. And that thing cuts like a dream, right? That Cigar cutter. Was it XI? Yeah. It's the XI right there. Bam, 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 bam. All metal, all good, all delicious and delightful to cut my tobacco. It's not delicious and delightful. I tasted it. It's got a metal flavor to it. But now I got to light my cigar. I done got that footband gone, so I need a lighter. What am I going to do? What if I had a lighter? Oh, wait. Oh, a match, baby. Oh, my gracious. My gravy, my goodness. Let's get this thing fired up. Let's get this thing toasted up. Right? Now, that's pretty cool, right? So, hey, I buy the cigar. I like the cigar. And then I can go look at qualityimporters.com, Cigar.com, something like that. And I get me a nice little cutter and a nice little lighter so that I can look fancy. And maybe I can grab myself an ashtray, crystal ashtray, something like that. Man, it'd be nice to go buy all that stuff. But what if I didn't have to go buy all that stuff? What if the cigar is good? Let's get on that first, because if the cigar tastes like a boo-boo, dog rocket, then why do I want to brand myself and say, hey, I am the smoker of boo-boo? Now, for the sake of the video, I look like I was surprised. I'm not, because I got a pack of these and I've done smoke through half of them. And I knew what it was going to taste like. I knew why I grabbed the Mexican San Andreas. The Ecuador Connecticut is delicious, but I just wanted something a little bit spicy, a little bit rugged, a little bit in your face. And that Mexican San Andreas and whatever's in the wrapper and the binder and the filler just accentuates all of that. But you get that little bit of black pepper, you get that minerality, you get that turned earth, you get that spice, you get a little hints of leather, maybe some espresso. And before you ask, I've only had 2 cups of coffee. Of course, my 2 cups are Country Boy cups, right? From a barbecue place. That's my favorite cup right there, my Dickies cup. Smoke is great. What kind of world allows a company to have a monopoly on a lifestyle? I mean, you got a great cigar. You got a cutter, you got a lighter, you got an ashtray, you got a travador, you got a humidor, you got a bleeder tool, you got all that stuff. Man, a one-stop shop. Quality Importers, Cigar.com, right? They got lots of stuff. But like I said, so I got the cigar. I like this cigar. Hey, Bob, I like this cigar. This cigar is great, and I love the design. I love the branding on it. It looks great in my humidor. It looks great in my mouth and my hand, and I like it to look good on my swag. So I want to go ahead and get me a conspiracy cutter. Let me buy one of these. Where can I buy one of these, Bob? Or a conspiracy lighter. Where can I buy one of these, Bob? Where can I buy one of these, Bob? Or if I don't want to carry something so heavy and so solid and so whatever, I want something a little not worried to lose it. A nice conspiracy event cutter. Nice big cutter. That thing will cut a 60 plus, right? Maybe a 70. That thing is huge, right? You open that thing up. right? Perfecto cutter. I'm not going to cut too much off of it. If it's a torpedo, you just cut it 2 or 3 times till it fits the size of the hole you want in your mouth. Where do you buy it, Bob? You done told me 6 times. Where do I buy it, Bob? Quality Importers is not, their primary mission is to give you a lifestyle and a moment of pause, a peace, of celebration, of introspection, of just, and we all need it. And they want to reach out and they wanted to give you the full experience, and so they added to all their awesomeness with quality a cigar. But they are an accessory company. So they came up with an awesome program. When I was at PCA last year, I got handed this. I got walked around their booth. Amazing stuff. I'm going to show you some of that stuff real quick. I got walked around the booth and I got told about this concept, which really is new. Really is elevated experience. So, you go into your brick and mortar, or you go online and you get the Conspiracy series. You buy a cigar, get a cutter with purchase. You don't buy the cigar and get the cutter for extra X dollars. You buy a 10-pack, you'll get elevated swag. You'll get maybe a small Travador. It will work its way up into an ashtray. It will work its way up into one of these awesome and phenomenal lighters. It will work its way up to something like the cutter. And they know that you're going to love this cigar. They built this cigar because they got with major manufacturers and they made sure that they put out something that was fantastic and phenomenal so that you would continue to smoke it. And so they know that we like swag and we like new swag. Lord knows have I got some swag. And so they are going to evolve and revolve the different branding. It's still going to be the same Conspiracy, but it's going to have some changes so that, you know, when you buy 3,000 cigars, you've already got all the cutters and lighters are the same. You've done given to all your friends. And so now you're like, well, I'm going to keep buying the cigar because it's good and it's at a good price point. But I'm not that excited about all the swag. Well, you know what? They're going to be new swag. New gear. Swag is hats, shirts, stuff like that. Gear, I get those mixed up. I get those words jacked up. One of the things you notice I haven't, these 6 minutes I've been smoking on this cigar, I haven't reached for anything to drink. Because the finish is a testament to the quality of the tobacco and of the cigar, because it leaves even though it's spicy peppery in the beginning, there's little black coffee espresso notes, maybe some dark cocoa, a little bit of leathers, maybe a little bit of cedar, a lot of turned earth and minerality, but in the finish it just smooths out. It's very gravy-esque. It has a smoothness to it. But while I got you here, we got a couple more minutes. I've done told you about the cigar. I done told you ought to go get you one. Done told you can get some free swag. While we're here talking about quality importers, I just want to show you some of the things that I got laying around my desk. I have a lot of stuff laying on my desk. My desk is a hot mess. I would turn my camera to show it to you, but I am ashamed of how bad my desk is. I'm a working guy. If the stuff is within reach, that's what I use, and I've got tons of lighters, tons of cutters, tons of this, tons of that, tons of whatever. We do lots of pictures for different manufacturers. And here's the thing. Quality Importers has the swag bunker, where you can get your own branded gear. Cutters, lighters, ashtrays, Travadors, all this stuff. Let's say you've got a huge wedding or a huge 50th anniversary or a huge retirement or a huge something else and you want gifts for people. You can actually reach out to Quality Importers and you can get that stuff. And it's not, you don't have to buy 5,000. You got to buy more than one, but you don't have to buy a ton upon a ton. And you can have your logos, your designs put on there. You can work with their department, and they will come up with something that's an individual and amazing for you. If you own a shop, you can get your gear, right? And it's at a decent price point for you so that you can market it to others and you can still make a profit and they can feel like they've made a great purchase, right? And you've got some quality equipment, hardware and gear and swag. So, some of the things that I love is my paleo. The Chief on one side, got Bob the Cigar Guy on the other side. Shameless plug, great lighter. I got this at PCA 2 years ago, and that thing fires up. It holds a ton of fuel. It probably lights, I think, 60, 70 cigars off of one fuel. It's got a, you can see how much fuel you got left. I hate it when you can't tell how much fuel. It's got a big dial window, got that big dual jet. Nice, fits well. You can have all the screen printing on it, or you can get it without this. You can just go to Cigar.com and you can grab you one of these amazing things without the Bob the Cigar Guy thing. If you want a Bob the Cigar Guy and Chief thing, which I highly recommend because I have some and I'd like to put them in your house, you can go to ChevetteReport.com and you can click on the merch button and you can get all sorts of stuff. Not only can you get this, if you just want a lighter, you get a lighter, but shameless plug time. Beep, 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 beep. We got these great Travadors, these 5-count Travadors, and then there's a cutter, an event cutter, a basic cutter. It's got that lighter that you just saw. You can get them either in black or olive drab green, and it's got a wooden cigar rest in there as well. You can get this kit, this whole kit. This is everything you need to get you going, except for the lips to puff on it and the cigar to smoke on it, and I would highly respect you getting a Conspiracy. That's right, fantastic. I highly recommend them both, but the San Andreas hits my spot just right. But let's say you don't like Bob Cigar Guy. I don't blame you. He's a mess. But you want some great swag. You want some great gear. And you have a different style. Maybe you want to get you one of these gorgeous V-cut guillotine cutters right here. Look at that thing right there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's great. And it comes in many colors. Right? Let's see, I got something else here. Oh, I got this. This is the Tactical. I love this thing. It's got a little cigar rest on top. Nice big single jet. If I got gas, I do. Big single jet. Whole bottom of it's a dial. It's got that fuel window you can see on the side. Makes great pictures. Has Tactical written on there on that clip. And that clip is springy. It does not break and bend real easy. I hate when they do that. Not that I put it in my pocket. It's too pretty. I don't want to show it off. If you like big cigars, you like them huge cigars, what about this Paleo cutter? That thing is a monster. Also, this is one of the things that you can brand with Swag Bunker. You can get your logos and put on there as well, or you can just go ahead and get it from their website. Who doesn't need, if you got great lighters and great cutters, or great lighters, you don't need it with a cutter, you're going to need a bleed tool. This bleed tool is really cool because it has a, it rotates on your finger, like a jeweler's screwdriver. It's got a fantastic little bleeder tool right there. The gas comes out of there. Don't stick your face there when the gas comes out. This actually is a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver, and it also pulls out so that you can adjust whatever jets or whatever, anything you need to adjust. Be careful doing that, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can cause problems. So be careful, be careful, be careful. You also have Cigar Travadors in larger sizes. They go all the way up to big old suitcase looking things. But this is a nice little 10 count. I just took this single me to Europe. It did great, no problems whatsoever. And I actually was impressed because it did not get that stuck seal kind of thing when you get on an airplane. I hate when that happens, because then I have to prise it out really bad. One of the things that I got, let me look around and see what I got. One of the things that I got just recently that they showed me at the PCA was this Paleo right here. Now it does not come with this big tick mark tape. All right, I'm country. This is just a piece of masking tape that I put on there because I wanted to see, because they told me it would do like 75 cigars. It's got a big dial on the bottom. All that's fuel window. Easy trigger to get a hold to right there. Triple jet, quad. Look at that thing. Boom, 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 man. It looks like an afterburner on the new Elon Musk spaceship. But also, when you close it down, you've got a cigar rest. So this is a great thing to do if you're in a place where you don't have anywhere to sit your cigar down. You can sit it here. It takes great pictures, by the way. Also, this can be in a Swag Bunker thing where you can get your logo lasered or etched on there. You can get your pretty painted looking thing on there. You can get some on the back. I mean, you can cover this thing up and it says, you can even get one that says, leave it alone, it's mine, right? Because this thing, by the way, has over 114 lights right now. One fill, and I'm still going. Comes in lots of colors, and it is not expensive. It is value priced, that's for sure. Nice and heavy, nice and substantial, nice and good size right there. Now, we talked about travadors, we talked about bleeder tools, we talked about cutters, we talked about lighters, but we got to have a place to put our ash. Not everybody like me has housekeeping, which I'm housekeeping, and I ash on the floor. You can tell where I sit because there's gray all around. I vacuum once a year. It's my shop. It's my studio. I don't care. The camera never goes down there. But let's say you got a fancy place. One of the great things about Quality Importers is that they have great partners, but they also have great quality products at a great price. And major industry players, major cigar manufacturers will use Quality Importers to put out their promotions of their products, right? And so they want to make sure they give you something that's good. Now, you have different levels. Like if you're doing an event where you're giving away cutters, you're probably going to be giving away something like this, which is a good cutter. Tackle box cutter is what I call them. Toolbox cutter, benchtop cutter, just a simple cutter that you're not worried about scratching or whatever. Just a good cutter, effective but not fancy. They'd be giving these away. But you know what? When you're doing a bigger event or you're doing a bigger giveaway, you really want to hype something up. You know, you can get into something like this, something that's really nice and elegant, and it's going to last forever, and it's going to show off really well. I've got one right here at my desk by the Republic of Debauchery. Right, this was Law Ream's Jimmy Jam, and that's fantastic and phenomenal, and it sits right up here on my desk. Right, but as far as the quality of the products and the price to be able to put it out to people, you can get something like this crystal ashtray. This is from Miami, or this is from Villiger, Miami. This is a nice heavy-duty crystal ashtray. It's got the little rubber feet so it doesn't scratch the table. You can get anything you want put on this. Lots of manufacturers use it. I'm not going to name off those manufacturers because I haven't asked their permission. I just happen to have this one here. But I have this from other manufacturers, well-known manufacturers all across the spectrum. And so you know that if that company is willing to put their name on something, they know it's going to be good. If you know it's going to be good and the price point is what you like and the style is what you like, then why not get a hold to it? Now, let's say you're new into cigars and you want to spend a decent amount of money on cigars, but you start wanting to build your swag so that you can post on Facebook and Instagram and all the other socials, because right, if you don't post it, nobody saw it and it never happened, right? Baloney. But I'm sitting here on social media right now talking to you about this kind of stuff, so I guess I like it somehow. What better way to get into the swag game, the gear game, the branded game, than buy a cigar? Where'd I put it? I got too much stuff up here. Buy a cigar, get a branded cutter. That looks good in the picture. One on top of the other. Right? Buy more cigars, get a better cutter. Now this is stepping up your game. Buy more cigars, get a banging lighter. Get a Travador. Get all your mixing kits, and then you start going around and hanging out at cigar events and stuff with your friends. They're like, man, you got the hookup. You're like, yeah, dude. Right? True. But this review hinges upon whether this cigar is good or not. Because you can have the best brand. You can put a gilded cover with leather and vellum on a phone book from 1937, and it ain't gonna be worth the paper it's written on. Right? You can look good. It can present well, but it's got nothing to it. There's no substance. So if the cigar doesn't have a quality to it, why would you want to have all the stuff? Really? I'm here to tell you, I, as Bob the Cigar Guy, have this cigar in my rotation. It's not something I grab for super special events. It is something that I grab. I went on a cruise. I took some with me and I shared it with people, and they liked it. I'd hang out at a bonfire with it. I'd hang out with my friends with it. I'd pick it up in a lounge if it was in a lounge, and I'd get a cutter, and another cutter, and another cutter, and another cutter. I would, because I like stuff. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector. So, oh, by the way, if there's anything in the stuff that I showed you today, other than the branded stuff for Bob the Cigar Guy and Chief, you can go to their website and use code Chief Talk, all caps, all one word, and you get 15% off your whole order. 15%. So you go buy all that good stuff, then you got 15% to buy more cigars. Not too shabby. And while you're there, go online, look around, find you some conspiracy. Find you conspiracy. Find you. Lord, I wish I could edit. Find you some conspiracy cigars and get started on your smoking pleasure and gear adventure. No conspiracy here. That didn't sound right. I don't see any bad conspiracies here, but as a conspiracy theorist, I'm going to say that this is a great cigar. That's it. I'm going to go. I'm losing it. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Later, Tater. Bye-bye.